Welcome to Enchanted Tarot. This is for the sign of Leo. It is a general reading, and so it will not resonate with each and every one of you who are watching. If this does not sound like your story, check your moon sign or your rising sign. Your messages could be there. And if not, then simply check back in the following week when I put out a new message for your sign. Just a second. My little dog's toy is over here. I'll just move it there. Okay, so this is your reading, and these are your lessons, and I'll read those at the end. The first one over here would have to do with a lesson that you should already be aware of, but maybe you have not yet embraced totally. The second would be the current lesson you are going through, and the third will be a lesson that you will be facing in the future. Okay, so let us begin. Here in the center of this reading, and now we have the card of identity and the lion. Now the lion could be you, but in this deck it actually speaks to somebody who is very important to you. Okay, now the card of identity is you would be questioning this person's identity, or taking a closer look at this person, or at a closer look at a situation with regards or in connection to this person. So you could be questioning what are their motives, what are their intentions, what are their feelings. Let's see what else is here. Who they are, what were they? Yeah, because see, this is somebody you're missing, somebody you're longing for, somebody you may fantasize or daydream about. Some situation that did not go well that you wish to transform. It seems as though at the root there was a situation, and in the moment you may have felt as though things were not as they appeared, like maybe that person's did not have good intentions, and it's almost like you were expecting this result for some reason with this card. There was communication having to do with a communication, or maybe several communications. But it's like on the surface, maybe it appeared okay, but instinctively you may have picked up on something, didn't feel right about it, and this is either your energy or theirs. And I feel like it all came crashing down in that moment. You took you didn't think something through logically. You may have took an emotional decision, okay, which he typically wouldn't do, but he's in the reverse telling me that he probably did, and did so without thinking, okay, because he felt that the words, promises, whatever the story, was empty, that there was bad intentions. So having to do with something, or there's something that somebody said that caused this disruption of the tower. Yeah. a revelation, a specific event. But this situation is haunting you. It doesn't leave you alone. You may think about it, or it's like on replay in your mind. So here you go off to isolation, to be alone, to think things through. You could be thinking of communicating, of a reunion. These would be thoughts that you would have in your head, but they're just thoughts. You have not yet taken action on these. You feel, you could be feeling out in the cold. You could be feeling alone. There is a coldness that's settled over this scene. But there's also still, it's like a light of hope. It's dim, but it is there within you, that you could bring balance to this situation, that you would have your new beginning. You're worried. You're worried if this person would be open to communicating or to having this conversation about a commitment, about building a future together. You're worried about this a lot. This is something, again, that's a lot on your mind. It's like you fantasize about the desired result, but then the worry sets in. There's either you feel in the dark or you left somebody in the dark, and you want to clear things up. You want to clear things up, but it feels like you're not, it feels like it could be risky, or you're not, have not yet taken that risk because of the Nine of Swords. You're stuck in the past. It's like you can't get out. You want to, or you're trying to remove or work your way through the obstacles to go to a better place, or this is what you're wanting to do with this person. Yeah. The desired result is way back here in the imagination, and he's way over here, still trying to chop his way through that hedge. So he can see the desired result, but maybe there's recognition that getting there may not be so easy and may be risky, you know, to him. So we also have the perspective here, and this is somebody who's doing a lot of thinking, okay? gaining a new perspective on this situation. Maybe after time has passed, seeing it differently. There's some, it's possible there's like a sudden insight or a sudden illumination. And it's like suddenly things make sense, or they're trying to make sense. It's making sense out of something, and it's like all the scattered pieces just suddenly fall into place because of one insight. So now, yeah, see, seeking a solution, unhappy with your situation, and you escape perhaps your reality, dreaming and thinking of this person, but yeah, see, you're thinking of a new opportunity. You are thinking of communicating. And if this is not you, then somebody is thinking of communicating with you and making another offer, looking for a solution. This is like a preparation period, you know. The first lesson here, this one you should be aware of, is gratitude. I am thankful for this life and the opportunities that it presents. So this very soulful card is telling you that it is time to stop, close your eyes, and become mindful of the incredible gift the universe has bestowed upon you, and offering these valuable and unique lessons, tailored especially for your soul. This is an important reminder to express your appreciation for what has been, what will be, and most important, who you are. It is time to acknowledge to the universe how thankful you are for being provided these opportunities for insights and understanding. It is also time for your soul to share recognition of all those loved ones in your life upon the earth or in spirit. Those who have helped form who you are now. You may even find it helpful to begin to write a list of all the things you're grateful for in your life. When you put forth the contemplation and the energy to do this, it awakens thoughts that acknowledge your connection to all that is. By bringing yourself into a state of gratitude, it not only has a very transforming effect on the energy in the sacred space surrounding you, but also brings about an overall sense of health and well-being. So this one would have already been brought into your awareness. Now this lesson must be embraced. Okay. Otherwise, it could block progress. All right. So, denial is the next one. Now, this one represents the energy currently present, whether you're aware of it or not. It is very significant, because if you're not prepared for this lesson, again, you've got a stumbling block impeding your progress. The quicker you get these lessons, okay, the quicker you'll move through this energy, and the easier the flow will be. It's time to open up and be completely honest with yourself. And so we see this card at the bottom of the deck. It is about getting honest with yourself, okay? Now, getting honest with yourself at this present moment. Buried fears and resentments do not die. What they do is they fester and they cause disease. It's only by bringing them to the surface and examining them in the light of day with love and compassion will you banish them from your life. And maybe this is what is needed to be done. Both of these, in fact, in order to have that enlightenment for all of the pieces to fall into place. So pay attention here. It may bring you pain and heartache to reflect upon those specific situations again, but you're only giving them power by suppressing them. The dangerous seeds of denial will grow and spread and manifest until you uproot them, examine them, and release them. It is the only way to become whole and healthy. You must learn not to bury painful emotions in the first place. Deal with them as they come and take all the time you need to neutralize them without hiding them. Your soul wants to live honestly and authentically in the now. Do not hinder it by placing emotional landmines in its path. Guilt. So this is a long-range lesson to be learned. It may relate to this situation at hand, or it could be an ultimate life lesson of which this situation is just a very small piece of the puzzle. So this card says, I release any beliefs that no longer assist in my soul's growth. The energy of fear has many guises to complicate your path to loving yourself. Guilt is the most devious of them all because it is a wolf in sheep's clothing. It is a self-imposed emotion that pretends to be instructive and enlightening. Guilt can help us grow when we realize that our actions have been hurtful to others and that we need to make amends. After we do so, though, it's time to learn from the behavior and move on. So maybe there is some guilt in that Nine of Swords, and maybe there's something you want to get off your chest, possibly you or them, having to do with beliefs or something you believed, or with this commitment. So with regards to the guilt, the problem arises when we hold on to a guilty feeling that serves no purpose other than promoting self-destructiveness and low self-esteem. No one is perfect. Everyone makes mistakes. Guilt is not always rational. But if you examine it subjectively, act on it, and release it, it becomes a temporary emotion. Long-held guilty feelings are never good and will create a roadblock to self-love and happiness. You must continually scan your current emotions for any guilty feelings and bring them to the surface for analysis. Healthy guilt is a warning that action should be taken. Irrational guilt needs to be released. So I hope that this will help you to move through this energy to find your solution. because I am sure it is these that will bring you this enlightenment that will allow you to solve it. I thank you for watching, for liking, and for sharing my videos, and for subscribing. Also, thank you to everyone who has sent in a donation. It is greatly appreciated. Many blessings to all of you.